Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Today we have on Geet. Geet runs Geet Collective, also in the video production space, same with myself. So we have obviously a ton in common. Today we talked about his story, how he got there, what he was doing before video production. This is my conversation with Geet Collective.
I remember our Christmas party last year. Again, we were like super hyped. Like we felt amazing, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, let's kick some ass.
Yeah.
For 2025. 2024 was great. Let's kick some ass in 2025. But I remember this memory or this thought during that party where I was like, we don't really have anything lined up, for 2025. Like there's nothing. Like we probably had like a few conversations about some potential projects happening.
Yeah.
But we didn't have anything locked down, right? But I'm like, it's fine. This year was fantastic. Next year, like things are just going to fall into place.
Yeah.
They didn't fall into place, right? And so this year's been a lot of just like sitting behind a computer,
Trying to make it happen.
just trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I realized that the projects that we work on, they're quite big now, and you can't really expect someone to you can't expect to close a massive project just like that, like where it's we're going to start next month or this month. Like that doesn't really happen. Like there's quite a lot of lead up that happens to it. So like even this morning I just had a prospect for a pretty big project email me and say, hey, can we do this for 2026? I'm like, perfect. Like we wouldn't have really been able to execute it properly this year anyway. So we're just planting a lot of seeds for next year.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What did you guys do for the Christmas party? That's like an aspect I want to lean into more this year, is like doing like a cool end of year thing for the guys.
Yeah. So we always change it every year. So our first year, we did a great job first year. So first year I took the whole team out for sushi. And then after that, it was we were in downtown Burlington, like where the village is. So we went to August for sushi. Then we went there to, I think it was like Coco's or something, like some tea thing. So then we did like a Secret Santa gift exchange.
Nice.
Everybody got some like hot chocolate. And then the plan was that we were going to hit up the bar afterwards. So I took an Uber there because I usually never drink because I'm the one driving, right?
Yeah.
So I took an Uber specially to the Christmas party because I thought we were all going to get, crazy.
Yeah.
And then by the end of our little gift exchange, everyone's like, I think we're going to go home now. And I'm like, guys, I took an Uber here. So then it was me and like two other guys. We had like one beer and then we just went home. But
the thought was there.
The thought was there. Then we went to Game Time Social the second year.
Nice.
Last year we went to one of our clients, Smoke and Moonshine. They have like a little party space. We actually just shot a commercial for them.
Sweet.
So they should launch it within the next couple weeks.
It's the beauty of doing what we do. We have access to all these different industries.
We just know everybody.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
So this year we might go on a wine tour with again one of our clients. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a good Christmas party? Do you think about like any like funny awards or like stuff like that?
Ooh,
I've heard people talk about stuff like that.
I think I have a good answer for this. So, we learned a good lesson when we had our Christmas party at Game Time Social, because I found out that like all of us, we kind of like dispersed.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you get a wristband, everybody has wristbands, go play your games, you have your tickets, just go have fun.
Yeah.
But then there was no like conversation, right? Like people would like split up into pairs, play some games together, but we didn't have like, there wasn't really a team aspect to it, and that was sorely missed. So I feel like you need to have some sort of element where you just have people together and you're just like, shooting the shit, talking about the year, talking about like some funny things that happen on set, maybe some like, rough things that at the time were brutal but now are funny. So I think having that social aspect is very important, kind of like having a little bit of that team building, and just get people amped up for next year. I think showing appreciation is very, very, very important as well.
How do you work through those moments of like hey, this really didn't go well, or this really went well? Like, do you have like moments where you're sitting down with your team and you're going through like almost like
like a debrief?
Yeah, or like an employee review kind of thing.
Yeah. I like to have one-on-ones with my team members every now and then, just to not only check in on how they're doing, but I also want to make sure that they're having a good time working with us. So, I ask questions like, like how are you feeling? Like how do you, like how do you like working here? Is there things that maybe are slowing you down? Is there something that we can do to improve your workflow? Because I want to make sure that we're running things efficiently, and if I don't know that there's a problem, then I just don't know that there's a problem. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and the way that you're looking at the business is a lot different than how they're potentially looking at the business.
That's right.
Right, and
that's right.
Maybe they're just looking at just the project that's coming in, and just getting kind of stuck in the project per project thing. And
sure.
Yeah, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. I think there's a lot that we have in common, and
yeah, man,
a lot that we can talk about. So I want to kind of dive into your story and kind of take it as far back as you want to go.
Sure.
People have gone as early as, middle school, childhood. I think it's interesting, right? Especially for something that's like more art focused. I think for me, I always knew that I wanted to do video and photo work. I just didn't know what that actually would look like.
Right.
Now I've seen how it's grown into the capacity it's in now. But I was always just like very stubborn about this is all I want to do.
Yeah.
Feel free to take it where you want to go.
Yeah. So let's talk about our feelings, man. Let's make this a therapy session. So, growing up, like I was always very passionate about photo and video, but I think unlike you, I didn't know that this is something that I really wanted to pursue.
Yeah. What do you think got you into it initially?
Like into video and photo in general?
Yeah. Like way back when?
That's a good question. I think, I think it's coming up with an idea and then just executing it and seeing that it turned out exactly how you imagined it.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling.
It's such a cool feeling. And I find that I can paint a picture in my head very easily. Like I find that whenever I'm talking to prospects even, and they're like giving me ideas, I'm almost already making a mental shot list of like, okay, this is what it's going to look like. And so I'm a very visual person like that.
Nice.
But I think what I always found addicting was showing the work to someone else afterwards and kind of getting their reactions.
Yeah.
Like when you work on a video and you put your heart and soul into it, and then you show it to somebody, and it kind of you get some sort of emotion out of them, or you get a reaction as long as it's positive. It feels really good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so again, like I just filmed like really funny and stupid skits with my friends.
Cool.
That's it.
That's sweet.
And I think it started a lot in school as well. They would give us, like if there was an assignment or a project, they'd give us an option between doing an essay, doing a PowerPoint presentation, and then they added in video, which, thinking about it now, like that's pretty like ahead of the times, do your own video about the project.
Yeah.
And I remember I would be the only person
who would
do the video.
Yeah, that's cool.
Everybody else would do PowerPoint or essays. Maybe there's one other person that would do a video. And I think arguably like video is probably the hardest one out of all of them, but it didn't feel like work. It was like, this is exciting. And then presenting it to the whole class afterwards.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's funny. I had a similar moment when I was in grade 10. We did a co-op.
Yeah.
I think it was grade 10 or 11, but you could do like, they recommended a video of like your day in the life, making some sort of like, what do you do at co-op? And I made this video and I like drove my car and parked, went inside, did my things, like did all the stuff that I was doing actually in the job. And it was so funny because I was like my teacher was just like, this is exactly what I wanted. This is perfect. Like he was so stoked on it. And everyone's like, whoa, this is so crazy. And then like, I remember in school, we like had a skateboard club, and like I presented a video that I made at the the assembly, like a video that I made to the whole school. And I was like, everyone's like, yo, Matt made that video. It was so like, so funny. And then in school as well, like presenting short films as well, like that's a super unique feeling. And just like, it's also pretty vulnerable and being like, hey, this is something I made.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah.
You don't like it? And I remember like a couple of times doing the short film stuff, like doing, a draft or a proof of concept video to like get it greenlit, and then people not seeing the vision, but like they still liked it anyways. They're like, I remember very specifically, like, I just like cut together this thing, and like it was completely, because we just didn't shoot it right. Like it wasn't shot yet, so we just didn't have like the actual elements of it. And I was trying to piece together like different videos that I found to tell the story, and the class was like, oh, this is so hilarious. I'm like, this is like not even close to what it's gonna be. And then I ended up showing them after, and like, whoa, that's where you wanted to take that. Like, it was like, it was pretty cool.
You look at those projects back now, and you're like, damn, that looks like crap. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's still like the thing that I look back onto that is the acting. Like, I just wish I gave the actors one more time to try.
Sure,
you know?
Sure.
But like the one I'm thinking about specifically, like we shot overnight, so it was like 4 a.m. most of the time we were filming.
Oh yeah.
And just because we were shooting in a grocery store, so we needed the actual store empty. And I remember like just every time I watch it now, I just cringe because the acting is just like, I just wish I like actually gave them an opportunity to like try stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I just didn't know. I was just like, oh, this is great. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah, you know, at the time you don't know any better, right? And then you kind of take those experiences, and then you grow and grow and grow and grow, and it's like all these like little, you know, mistakes here and there, like you just kind of build on them, and then it's like you learn all these lessons, and then that's how you just polish your craft, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you grow up in like this area? I think you said you did, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Beamsville.
Yeah. And you went to high school in Beamsville too?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
In high school, so like that was your kind of your shooting and doing that sort of thing. Like then post high school, what were you doing?
Yeah, so I mean, I grew up on a 45-acre farm on an orchard,
awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
And so
apple orchard.
It was peaches, pears, plums, sour cherry, sweet cherry, like
awesome.
Pears, all of it.
Do your parents still own that?
Yeah. But we've since leased it out.
Yeah.
Because it's just farming's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I mean, during high school,
did you ever think you would want to do that?
Like the farming stuff?
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
No,
of course not. No. We purchased the property as an investment.
Cool.
And then there was all this farming equipment on it. We're like, all right, let's just give it a shot, you know? And then like 3 years into it, farming it as a family farm.
Yeah.
It was too hard, man. It was too hard. It was we would end up with the fruit, but then it was selling it afterwards.
I know it's holy shit. It's the whole other game.
Yeah.
You know, like sure you can work the whole time trying to, it's like kind of what we do, right? It's like you can work the whole time selling a project, then you actually have to like do the project and then shoot the project and then edit the project.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, farming it, you spend all this time trying to get the fruit, and then afterwards it's like, all right, these plums are amazing. Yeah. Now we have to sell them. You know,
I have 400 pounds of plums.
Yeah, and the problem back then was we didn't have any connections.
Yeah, fair.
Right, so we didn't have any connections at all. So you know, we just didn't know who to sell them to, right? Yeah. And so we'd end up with a bunch of waste. We tried to donate as much as we could, and it was just too much hassle. Too much hassle. And I relate farming to gambling, because with farming, you're kind of at the mercy of the weather. Right.
Yeah.
Like if it rains too much, that's bad for the trees. If it doesn't rain enough, that's bad as well. So there's so many different variables and factors that go into this stuff. And a lot of the produce that we see in the grocery stores, it's from the States too, right? Like we would go and it's like, wow, like why are we selling like peaches from the States when we have like a billion different peach farms out in Niagara?
I know, it's funny, right? That's where the local push, that's where people are really trying to make the initiative to do it and the effort, because it's just like, it's very true, right? Like if you can physically, like me and my girlfriend went to a farmer's market on the weekend last weekend, and it's just like we drove like an hour to get there. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, it's just this little corner. It's got a coffee shop and a market. It's like why isn't it just how we shop?
Yeah.
You know? So it's pretty funny.
I think it's just convenience. People just like to go to those grocery stores.
Yeah, for sure. There's 100 reasons why.
Exactly, right? But so during high school, I just didn't know what I wanted to do, right? Yeah. And so my father used to be a truck driver, and I liked working with my hands. I just liked, you know, taking things apart and then putting them back together again. Like working with my hands is just, I just love doing it. It's fun. Yep. And so he advised that I become a technician, and then maybe in the future we can open up our own garage.
Cool.
And so I'm like, all right, father knows best. Let's do this thing. Yeah. And so
it's cool that he's entrepreneurial.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, my father is very entrepreneurial.
That's awesome.
Big time. Yeah, I think I've learned a lot from my father.
Yeah.
And we used to have our own trucking company, but this was long. I was like a yay big. I was a child, right? I didn't know anything about that stuff. So during high school, I still took all these university courses because I thought you had to have like a physics course to be a mechanic for some reason. Anyways, when I graduated, I started working full time as a truck and coach technician.
Whoa.
And I applied for an apprenticeship.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, man, I just realized after about a couple of years that I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it anymore. And I thought there was something more that I could be doing, that something more that I'm capable of doing. Not that being a mechanic is a bad thing, you're right. But I just didn't think it was the right fit.
Yeah, it wasn't your calling.
Yeah. So
fair enough.
I told the shop manager at the time, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, and he thought I was joking. He didn't believe me at first, and I'm like, no, man, I'm actually gonna try this. It was a toss up between social worker and film production.
Cool.
And I said, let's do the film production stuff, and then I put in my 2 weeks. And it's funny, the day I quit is the day I got a letter from Mohawk accepting me for the apprenticeship. It was like crazy coincidence, and so I had to like deny the offer.
Yeah.
And then I still ended up going to Mohawk, but the Hamilton campus, not the Stony Creek campus, for television and broadcast media.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet. How long was that program?
3 years.
Nice. And what do you think, what was like your primary focus on it, like during that? Because ours was very like, it was short film and feature film basically focused.
Yeah. With
an aspect of commercial.
Yeah.
And then we had courses around like how to be employed in the industry.
Yeah.
But we were up in Sault Ste. Marie, so it's like
the
connections we had in Sault Ste. Marie don't necessarily translate to down south.
I feel jealous just hearing about all of that, because the thing about the program that I took is I don't think it was 100% related to what I'm doing today. Like there was no real feature film, short film. I mean, there was definitely crossover, right? But the main focus was TV. So the main focus was like a live broadcast. We're using a switcher. We got all these like broadcast cameras. We're doing like E&G type shooting for news channels. So there was definitely things that cross over, but I think hindsight, I wish I took a program that was a little bit more focused on film, and sort of all the roles there, how to get work in the industry, stuff like that. I feel like for a lot of that, I'm more self-taught. But man, like during my whole time, I pretty much knew that I wasn't going to work in TV. And I just focused on just shooting commercial type work.
Nice. Yeah, it was interesting looking back, like in retrospect now, like the program was designed pretty well, like 2-year program. And it was all kind of like building blocks. Like first semester you get intro to everything. Second semester it was like fundamentals and advanced, and then further and further.
Yeah.
For me and Troy, I think it was hard because like we both came in with shooting experience and we wanted to push the envelope. So that's where like we just wish we had maybe better access to like actual cinema cameras. At the time we were using C100s. And yeah, I think that would have been cool to like actually have access, because I know like Liam, one of our shooters, he was shooting on RE, was shooting like he did like a 8mm course.
Yeah.
So like he had access to do all of those different things, but that's TMU, so it's like way bigger school.
Yeah.
And I think like one of the most valuable things was like the people that I actually met in that community. Like one of my friends is working as like a feature editor right now.
Yeah.
Troy I started the business with, so it's like all these people I'm still very plugged into, and they're still in my world. Who was in that program, because it was like literally there was like 12 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It was like super small. Like I think it was like literally like 17 when it started, but like maybe 12 to 15 when it ended.
Holy cow. I thought ours was small.
I know,
but
so
you mentioned that you and Troy joined the program already having shooting experience.
Yeah,
prior.
like I was making videos forever, like before like literally of my friends skateboarding, just like short, like random skits I would make, just like I would just edit them on Sony Vegas and then I just like put them out on YouTube.
Yeah.
And just like basically just like montages.
Yeah.
And like I knew how to shoot, I knew how to like edit, but like again, this was all like what I learned by myself, and then I was like, okay, this is a lot of I have to learn some of these things.
You just unlocked a memory in my head. I used to do a lot of airsoft videos.
Nice. Yeah, same with Troy.
Really? That's funny. Yeah,
so, it's too bad he's not here right now.
Yeah, so I used to play a lot of airsoft. I think I started playing again a little bit this year after like a 5-year break.
Cool.
And I used to just make a bunch of airsoft videos, and so I had like a GoPro, like a knockoff. It was like $80 or something. And I would put that on my forehead, essentially, like just kind of attached to my helmet. And then I had like some gun cams, like one was facing me, and one was facing outward.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And it was so excessive. And I remember like walking around, it's so heavy because all like batteries and cables, and it's like, but they were fun, man. And again, it's like I would kind of post them into like into the community, and people would be like, wow, that's super funny, that's super cool.
Nice, I love that.
And I loved it. And so just I guess I came in with a little bit of experience as well, but not like shooting with actual cameras, or like I always just shot on my phone, or at the time like my iPod Touch 5th generation, that thing, holy crap, that took a beating.
That's funny. But, do you still have all these videos somewhere? Like, man, it's such a
probably
fun, it's pretty funny to go back down memory lane and be like, look at all this stuff. I was talking about this on maybe the last few episodes ago. Yeah. And talked about how I made a video when I graduated high school of like message to my future self. Like, remember when all those videos were coming out? And I just made the most insane video of just like, what are you doing? This is what I'm doing right now in life. This is this is where I'm at. Like, this is who I think is hot. Like, just all these like crazy things. And like, I was like 17.
Oh yeah.
And like I still have it on my hard drive, and I like watched it a few years ago. I'm like, that's so crazy that I just did that.
Yeah, you know what? I do have those videos, but they're definitely sitting on a folder somewhere. I just haven't watched them because I'm just worried about what I'm going to find. But I find that I think it's cool that if we were to document our lives now, I think in the moment, like, I'm actually really bad with sort of documenting. I know, it's ironic, right? It is. Like for example, I'm doing 75 hard right now with my girlfriend. That's awesome. That's great. We're on day 25 or 26. That's great. Good for you, man. So it's been wild. But anyways, we go on a walk every evening. Yeah. Sort of by the water here by Hutch's in Hamilton. Yeah. And we just saw a runner kind of running, and then she pulled out her phone, and then she took a selfie, and like she was like recording, and she was like talking about the water in the background, and then I just realized like, I just couldn't do that. Yeah, I know. I just I feel like if I had an actual camera and everything, I would almost feel more comfortable doing it, right? Yeah, I hear that. But I think when you pull out a cell phone, I think the thinking is, it's like it's an influencer thing, or like a social media thing, and that can come across as cringy. Yeah. But whenever I go out, do my day to day, actually BizCon is a great example. Yeah. So we had a booth at BizCon. We met this year. Yep. So last year we had a booth at BizCon, and I remember we had this banner, photo, video, social media, blah blah blah. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we're packing up the car with our banners and tables and stuff. And I started laughing, and I realized we didn't take a single photo that whole day. Like, nothing of the booth, nothing of me. It's just like, I'm just terrible at it, man. I just kind of it's ironic. You know? I know. I need to make, like, that's what I'm trying to do this year, is make it more of an active effort. That's why I'm doing like the monthly recaps. That's why I'm doing the podcasting. We're doing like different videos on socials, like just I'm doing business stuff. Troy's doing like more tech stuff. But still, like, even with everything that's been going on this last couple months, we haven't really got back to it. And like, even like
we've had great shoots that we could have posted on our socials that I completely just get in the moment. And that's where like I really do think it's valuable to have a BTS guy, because like when I see BTS that's good, I'm like, this is so cool. This is great.
Yeah, it makes a difference. We hired a BTS guy last year when we were shooting, I think, like 6 different productions in the span of like 3 days.
That's awesome.
And
how did you manage that?
It's just a lot of planning beforehand, and then as long as I find that with productions,
was it like 3 projects a day, 3 teams, or how did it work?
1 team. Like we just went boom, 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 boom.
Oh my
we just
gosh.
shot what we needed, and then we bounced. Yeah.
Wow.
It was 2 productions per day, so it was 3 days.
Wow.
Six productions total, like 6 completely different businesses. It was like a restaurant, electrician, and then it was like a wine touring business. It was like all like split up. But I find that as long as your planning's right, then day of, like just go down the checklist and make sure that you get everything you need, right, and you're not overshooting.
Yeah.
But where were we going with this?
BTS.
Yeah, BTS. So we had someone do BTS, and afterwards we're like, oh damn, like this is beautiful. Like we can use this for our marketing. We can use this for so many different things. Yeah. So I'm going to be bringing on a BTS guy for our future productions as well.
Yeah, that's great.
We do have like a little GoPro that we like to strap on our chest. That's kind of set and forget. Like that's what I like. I don't want to pull out my phone.
We have a little Instamax 360 thing too.
Yeah, like I think it makes a difference, right? Like when I'm in the zone and I'm working, I just don't want to have to think about that stuff. I'm thinking about the job that we have to do and get done. Like I'm not thinking about promoting ourselves and then taking out my phone. Like it also seems a little bit unprofessional as well.
Yeah. I know, it's that fine line, right?
It is. So that's why I just like to have camera on my chest, hit record. There's a massive memory card in there. Yeah. It just rolls everything. I send it off to my editor. I say, you deal with it, and that's it.
Yeah, sweet.
End of story. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So BTS is important.
BTS is very important.
Yeah, get it done.
What have you found has been like the most, like, did you know you wanted to start your own business, or like talk me through that? Because for my story, it was like, I don't know, I was just freelancing and just like trying to figure it out. And I didn't even really like consider, like I had my own like sole prop, and I was like, oh, this is all businesses. Like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And I like didn't like, now that it's like actual, we're incorporated, we have like different processes, we have an office, like, I'm like, oh, this is an actual business. Yeah. Before I was just like a dude. I was just a dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. I feel like it just kind of happened. Yeah. Like it just happened.
Out of necessity.
And I think it's because of the industry that we're in. Like it's very much like it's a gig economy. Like there's freelancers everywhere. Like you're there's not really a job where you can just like go to a production company and get a full-time job as a DP. Like there are, but it's like
it's hard to find.
It's most of this industry is you're freelancing, right? And so I started freelancing first semester of college because I knew that I quit my job as a mechanic. I'm going into this. Like I'm not going to half-ass it. Like
you're going to try.
Like in my head, I was thinking this has to happen. Like this has to work. I have no other option. I mean, the option is go back to the garage, and I didn't want to do that. So I said, this has to work. Yeah. So, I bought a camera and I took it seriously, right? And I started to go to different events and shoot stuff for free just to build a portfolio. And then it just naturally just progressed, and we got incorporated, and then I brought on a team, and it just sort of happened, man. Like, it's funny. Like, I never really thought about it that way. It's just, I don't think there was an idea of like, I'm going to start a business. Like, let's put a business plan together. Like, that wasn't really a thought. I just naturally just rolled into it. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Kind of the same too. Like, Troy called me and he's like, hey, like, by the way, I started this thing called Deadline Marketing. I was like, cool. I was like, sweet, man. Like, and he's like, you want to help? And I was like, yes. I was like, let me finish my job. Like, end of the year, I'll quit. And then I traveled, and then I came back, and I was like, all right, let's see if we can make money. And we were able to make money in our first year. And that's when I knew, like, okay, this is something. We have something here. Yeah. Because, like, people knew that me and Troy were doing it forever. And, like, people were always, like, calling us, like, oh, you're the photo guy, you're the video guy. Like, oh, do you need this? Like, it was just, like, smaller stuff. So I think, like, and then we took Connor's scaling course in that first year as well. And And then that was like, that kind of like rewired my brain of like, oh, we can actually like scale a business, and like we don't need to be like running around like maniacs for the next 30 years of our life. Like, okay, cool. So that's kind of been the effort going forward, is like, how do we grow an organization that we can be really proud to stand behind,
sure,
and empower people the same way that I just didn't have the opportunities in when I finished school, right? Like I was, you know, taken advantage of a couple times because I was young, like people like just really stupid shit. Like, and I knew that, like, it was funny. Liam actually reached out to us, our first kind of formal hire, reached out to us via LinkedIn. He's like, hey, like, I saw what you guys are doing at Deadline. Like, if there are any opportunities, let me know. And I was like, you're literally so perfect, because our editor, like a month before, who is like our guy, he's like, yeah, I'm going to go into the military. And I was like, okay, fair enough, dude. Okay. Like, fair enough. Thanks for all your help, but like, we'll see you maybe never.
Yeah.
And so we were like, what the fuck are we going to do? Because we were already building scale at that point. We had a couple clients, and we needed that extra editing. And Liam's like, yeah, I can edit and I can shoot. I was like, oh, interesting. So then we hired his friend Nico, who's also in the same program. And between him and Nico, they've been insane. And then we hired another guy. So between the team that we have now, it's like, we might need one more overflow editor. But yeah, I've been really pleasantly surprised to see everybody like just absolutely crushing it. And it's been like really fun. Like I had a call with them yesterday, and I'm like, guys, how's everybody? Are we all okay? Like, everyone's okay right now? Everyone's good? Because like we have a ton of projects on the go right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're good, man. We're good. I'm like, okay, like, God, the love I had for these guys. And it's just like, that's why like this year I would love to do something nice for everyone.
Yeah, definitely do a Christmas party at least.
I want to put some thought behind it for sure. But because I know you're in a similar sense of business as well, and you have a similar mindset. What was that kind of initial team looking like, and how did you learn that you needed help, and like how did you like actually let yourself do that? Because I know for a lot of companies that is potentially the hardest thing they do.
Yeah, that's a good question. You know what, I think before the team I built here, I had a nonprofit organization that I was running called Niagara Strong. That was for mental health awareness for youth. And
that's awesome, dude. I had no idea. That's great.
Yeah. So
are you still actively involved?
Not at the moment, just because I tried to balance.
It's hard to do both.
And I was just spreading myself way too thin, and I just knew that both was going to suffer.
Yeah.
But you know, we still like to support organizations or nonprofits, because I deeply believe in them, and I feel like they're important to our society. So like we like to give back and produce 3 productions for free for any nonprofits that can't afford it. Like that's our little kind of line in the sand there, that as long as you can't afford us, we'll shoot your production. But so I my initial team, or the first time I built a team, was with Niagara Strong.
Cool.
And I think that's when I really learned a lot about things like delegating. You know, like that's really important, kind of not micromanaging everything. Like I learned a lot, and I think that carried over to Geet Collective. Like I think I feel like I've been pretty good at just kind of letting things happen and letting the team take care of it. I think initially that was a little bit of a struggle, right? Because it's like, oh, well, it needs to be like this, and you're almost like, you know, micromanaging because it has to be done your way.
Yeah.
But, you know, if it's done 80% good, and then you can just polish it up at the end, like that's all you really need to do. Yeah,
that's great. That's totally how we look at it too. It's like, I think for Troy and myself, like Troy's a very talented editor and also very quick, which is like 2 of the fucking best things you want in an editor.
Sure.
And he shoots, so it's like he has a degree of understanding of what he needs for the edit, and then can execute on it. And like, I think I was worried that I don't think it's ever going to meet the standard that Troy has for his edits, but honestly, like these guys have just been like progressing. And it's been like actually kind of scary to see. I'm like, you guys are getting so good, like so good, like way past, like my editing is whatever I can edit. It's pretty rudimentary. Like, and for me to do something, for me to take the time to do something, it's going to take 3 times as long as if I just sent it to Nico.
Yeah.
Or like Cam, for example. Like, it's just crazy. But that's been really cool to see and really rewarding, is being like, just like giving them the ropes. Also, like at the beginning of the relationship, like we were maybe getting them to do half of the video sets out of, like, for example, if we shot 10, they would do maybe 2 to 3 or 4, and then we would do the rest. And now it's just like, we just completely pass off like everything. Okay, this is all your stuff, because we just know that it's going to be nasty. Like, yeah. And then he just like sent us, like, yesterday we sent an edit to a client, and like, first draft approved, and I like sent to the chat. I was like, boys, first draft approved, let's go.
Yeah, I know. It's always such a good feeling.
And he's like, oh, that's a new record. I'm like, dude, great work, man. Like, thank you so much for the effort. Like,
yeah. First draft approved always feels great. Whenever that happens, it's like, are you sure? You almost don't want to say too much, right? It's like, all right, okay, we're good. All right, here's the remaining balance in place, and then move on, right?
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, it's great that you have that experience building a team, and kind of walk me through what your structure looks like now, and what do you want to do in the next like year and year and a half. And like, I know we talked a lot about Connor Rickey and his course, and I'd love to kind of talk more about mentorship and how that is an aspect to what you're doing, and maybe some words of advice for younger people who would just like not necessarily know what to do, because like mentorship for me, dude, like was such, like, I will preach mentorship till I die.
Sure,
like,
sure. Well, yeah, you know what, let's start about mentorship. So when I first started, I feel like I had to figure out a lot of stuff on my own.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like walking into this fog and just like, just like, I don't know, I would just try stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And there wasn't really anybody out there that kind of took me under their wing and kind of helped me out. So I had to figure out a lot of stuff on my own. But I want to be that figure that can give back and can support those that are coming up into the industry. And so what we've done in the past and what we will continue to do is we like to bring students to our sets just to like shadow us. Like, we don't give them any, they might be like a PA, but otherwise we don't give them any high stress, high pressure things. It's just, let's get you in the environment and just like learn, look, and see what we're doing. Yeah. Because I didn't get those experiences when I first started, right?
Yeah,
and I know that if I did, that would have been a huge help at the beginning. I think community is very important, right?
Totally.
Even if we just look at ourselves here, I could easily just say, you're competition, I'm never going to talk to you.
I know. Yeah. I know we've talked about this before.
And I know like there's people out there that think that way.
I know.
Right.
That's kind of the one thing that I like I think I clocked at BizCon. I was like, okay, like he gets it. Finally another, because I met other creatives that day who like just did that, just didn't want to talk to me, didn't even want to like acknowledge.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it is. My closest friends right now are other shooters and other cinematographers and other DPs, and I can easily say, oh, you're competition, like you're going to take my job. So I feel like that's a very flawed way of thinking. Yeah. My network that I have, like we all want to help each other out, you know, like we're giving work back and forth. Like it's like, hey man, I'm busy this day. Can you take this project on? It's yeah, sure, no problem. Or like vice versa. Right. Yeah. Why not just like help each other grow? Like let's work on this together. And if you're doing the same thing, I'm doing the same thing, like let's help each other out. Right. Like that's my way of thinking.
Yeah. There's more than enough to go around too. Yeah. And it's also like, what you're interested in shooting could be very different than what we're interested in shooting. That's very true. So it's like, that's where we're kind of like, I've always been good with. Also, it's like, how I've always looked at it is like, if this person's like a specialist in this niche, for example, like landscaping, construction, or whatever, it's like, why don't we just send our clients fucking them? Yep. Like, you're going to do a better job than like, or like a very specific manufacturing thing, like, and it needs a very specialized thing. It's like, just do that. If you're the guy for that, just do that. Yeah. Yeah. It makes life a lot easier, right? Like, for example, we don't shoot weddings at all. I met my girlfriend at a wedding, then I shoot another one after that. And then, I just refer all that stuff out now, right? Yeah. And, I find like finding a niche
and kind of being very specific on the type of market that you serve, I think is also important. Yeah, I think for the advice I would give newcomers too is learn about like the business side.
Yeah, spend some more time doing that.
Like spend a lot of time on business.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, my earlier goals was I want to be a cinematographer. I want to be a very, very good DP.
Yeah.
And I've come to the realization that I'm not going to be that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like I right now focus a lot of my energy on business and business strategies and like how can we provide value, like all these like techniques and I like this is where I spend a lot of my time is learning about business. I'm not on YouTube doom scrolling on like lens reviews or like camera specs. Like I used to be that person. I'm not that anymore. But the person that I hire that is a DP, I want them to be that doom scroller that just like obsesses over that stuff, right? Because whenever I bring people on a project, I want them to sort of be a specialist in their area.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I have the same philosophy. It's like one of the first things I ask everybody that I'm interviewing is like, okay, honestly, tell me what you don't like doing.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think you're the best at, and tell me what you want to improve on, because I can take all of those answers and figure out what we want to do with them. Like if you're telling me that I never want to touch shooting, okay, then editing and that is your role then. Like that makes more sense.
Yep.
If somebody's an editor and they hate editing, why are you editing?
Yeah.
Like it's just
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I do the same, and it makes sense too, right? Like if you're telling me right now that you hate editing and I put you on editing and you're telling me that you hate editing before I even put you on editing, like
it just
give it like 8 hours and they're gonna start, you know, like they're just gonna they're there for the paycheck, they don't really care, and then it turns into a nightmare, right? So
yeah, they're also not gonna, I don't think they're gonna push as hard as well, right? Like like same, I really wanted to be like, I thought I wanted to be a cinematographer as well, and like I think the stuff that I shot is still okay, like, but I don't know, I just didn't really like love like the actual like act of like every day I just have to like fucking push through to get this project done. And like I just love being able to oversee now and just like literally empower the people that are just doing the work, and like they get a better product than I would have gotten. So it's like, all right, fuck, all right, fine, that's fine.
Yeah. You just got to take your ego out of it, right?
Yeah, totally.
And you know, like this whole industry, it's like it's a team sport. You know, like you need to have, like people need to collaborate with each other. Like I don't one-man band shoot anymore. I used to when I started freelancing. I did literally everything. There was times where I would shoot events doing photo and video at the same time, just like switching the mode on my cameras.
I've done that too.
And I'm like, this is a nightmare, you know. And I just don't do that anymore, right? It's like whenever we go on set, it's like, okay, here's the team, like let's get this done. And if a project if they don't have the budget for that, I just refer it out. Like, you know, like if it's a one-man band type of thing, we don't really do that. That job is for somebody else. That like I'm already at this next level, so I shouldn't be stealing this guy's lunch. Right?
Sure, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
So whoever's up and coming, they need those gigs so they can start growing. So like, why you don't need to take literally every project. Like it's okay to say no as long as you have money in the bank and you're not, you know, literally starving. So yeah, I don't like, there's no point of trying to have like a monopoly on everything, because that's
true. Yeah. So with that team too, like I know that you've been kind of working with the core guys for a couple of years now. How did you find them initially? And like, I think it's so important to have just like a fundament, because that's the kind of the thing that we see a lot is like people bouncing around to different crews, which is fine to do. Like if you're a DP, that you can totally do that. That's definitely the way to do that. But like, I think for what we're doing, it just makes a lot more sense for people to be plugged in directly. Like my team knows exactly what's going on at all times. And there was like a degree of like, how involved should I let them be, you know? But I think it's way better that way. Yeah.
So the way I found my people, man, I think that was almost like going back to your question of like how I got into business. It's kind of like a similar answer of like it just kind of happened.
Cool.
You know, like my main editor Kayla, she's incredible.
Yeah, nice.
And so we met at a BNI meeting.
Cool.
And it's funny because knowing her now, I could never imagine her to be at a BNI meeting. But somehow we met at a BNI meeting. When she had her 30 seconds, she said she was an editor.
Nice.
And then we just got connected, and now she does all of our commercial work. And my other guys, it's just like I've met other guys at networking events too, and then I need somebody else, so I ask them if they know anybody, and then they refer me to this person, and then we start working together. And so it's pretty much been like referral based. Like we have put job listings out on Indeed and stuff like that, but the applicants that we get, like it's just like an insane number of applicants. Most of them are not qualified. They look at it as, oh, this is video production, it's fun, let me send in an application, but they have like zero experience. And so we're just sifting through applicants that are just not qualified. So that turns into a mess. So I think just referrals and know like somebody in your network or somebody else's network, I find that to be the best way.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, that's been the same. Like I've just been asking, like, do you know anybody who does this? Do you know anybody who does that? Like, and then obviously like the portfolio has to stand. But yeah, it's been really cool, and like I'm really happy to hear the success that you've had. And what do you think the plans are for the next couple of years, man? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I feel like I'm still learning so much about business, man.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when I get to the point where I'm like, I think I know what I'm doing, like a week later, I'm like, I know nothing. And so I think the plan is well, obviously to just keep growing this thing, right?
Have you thought about like capacity limits as well, as like as far as how big do you want to grow things? Because like I definitely know with our business there's a sweet spot. Like I think if we did 450 to 500 a year with a team under 10, like I think that would be super lean. And I think that's a sweet spot. I have a friend who does $1 million a year in the business. And I don't really want to do that. Like if that comes, that's amazing. That's incredible. But I'm saying right now in this position, I don't necessarily want to be able to do that, because I don't want to be in the position where I'm like, I'm completely untouchable. Yeah. Or like somebody tries to reach out to me and they're like, you just wait, you $50,000 for a project minimum. Like, so that's kind of how I thought about it. At least.
I think I definitely don't want to turn into this massive, like, stone cold corporation that turns into some like weird content mill where it's just like cookie cutter, like almost like a sweatshop of just like creating Instagram reels using AI probably. like that sounds like a nightmare. I think in general, I think you and I kind of have like a similar vision there. I think I would love to keep the team and sort of the business fairly lean. Like 10 people or less sounds about right. I feel like you could do, like, we could easily do $1 million with that, like that kind of size at least.
I do think it's definitely possible too. It would be like more of like, how is it actually broken down? Because like we want to hire a sales guy next. And then somebody kind of in-house who's managing us and that sort of thing. And that's in the works, and I'm like really excited for that. But yeah, I also think about like, how can this kind of potentially turn itself into something? I just like want a bigger office. I think we've already outgrown this.
Fair enough.
We just moved in here already. We just already grown it.
That's good, man. That's good. It's funny. Like I have some old photos of like my desk setup. I like to kind of compare over the years.
Cool.
And I remember the first photo. It was like some like a laptop, and then it was like I didn't really have a desk. It was like kitchen table.
Dude, you can go back on the YouTube channel, Matt and Troy, and literally see where we started the business in Troy's living room.
Like it's wild.
It's so
wild.
insane.
You kind of like, sometimes you take these things for granted, right? Like like even right now, I feel like I feel like I have all the equipment that I would ever need.
Yeah.
You know, I've got all the fancy cameras. Like, I've got all the G Master lenses that I remember
Nice.
like 5-6 years ago, I would have been like
Dying to have
drooling
one.
over.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I would spend $3,000 on a lens. And
Yeah.
now I'm like,
Yeah.
I got it. And it's like, I don't really think twice about it. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I feel like looking back and reflecting is very important,
Mm-hmm.
and being grateful for kind of where we've come from and how we got here. And that's why I try to make sure that the team around me, that they know that I'm grateful for the work that they've put in, because
Yeah.
without them, there's no way, absolutely no way that I'd be in the position I'm in today.
I had that moment the other day too. Like, me and Troy filmed an episode between us where we just talked about like the entire business, like literally start to finish, start to where it is now. And I was just like, whoa, that was kind of fucking nuts to
Yep.
think. And like, yeah, I feel like I'm always like telling my editors, I'm like, guys, thank you so much for
Yep.
everything you do.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot do this without you.
I feel like I probably do it to an annoying extent.
I
I'm
know, I
like,
feel like I'm
listen,
probably
you're
the same."
amazing. I love you so much. You're so good. Yeah, I hear that.
That's funny. How important do you think like the next year, 6 months is going to be for you in the business? And like, I know you're like, you've taken a really great mental approach to business and networking and relationship building in a way that is genuine, you know?
Mhm.
Like, I think at the beginning of the business, I struggled a lot with like trying to get clients because I felt like I was like being pushy, or I felt like I was being salesy.
Yeah.
And I just realized over the last couple of years, like, there is a different way to do it, and it can still align with you as a person.
Absolutely.
And I think you've like totally got there mentally as well. And I
Mhm.
think that's really cool. And like, just talk to me about that, man. Talk to me about that idea.
Yeah, so yeah, let's talk about networking. I feel like
Mhm.
this is a conversation that I've had recently with there's like these two college or university students that I saw them at their very first networking event.
Cool.
They were just pitching, just like hard pitching, right? And second time around, I see them at their second time at a networking event, and I'm like, guys, don't pitch. Just tell this gentleman right here just what the business is like in general, but don't do like a hard pitch. Like, you need to build some rapport, right?
Mhm.
Like, you're not gonna get married today. Like, take the guy out to dinner first, right? Like there's steps to this, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like networking and let's say dating, actually, honestly, I feel like it's very similar,
Yep.
right? It's like
Yep.
you're meeting a person, you're building rapport, you're introducing yourself, and I think, you know, when I first started networking, I think there was a lot of pressure on my mind of like, I need to close a sale. Like, I'm going to this networking
Yeah,
event,
dude. Yeah.
and I need to close a sale.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm driving all the way here. It's my first networking event. Never met anybody.
Yeah.
And that's so much pressure to put on yourself, man.
I know. Yeah.
That's a lot. And I feel like, you know, if you're new to networking, I think a lot of people have that sort of maybe mindset or that mentality of like, I'm at a networking event, like all my, like these are all businesses, I'm B2B, like that person can afford video, that person can afford video, I need
Yeah.
to at least close 3 deals tonight or my wife's gonna leave me. You know, it's like, that's not realistic, right? So
Yeah.
my approach is just build a genuine relationship,
Mhm.
right? Like, I don't hard pitch anyone. I do like to ask questions like
Mhm.
like how are you guys marketing yourselves right now? Like, how is the business doing? What's your biggest challenge right now? Like, have you used video before? But it's not like I go off a list of questions immediately. Like, a lot of it is genuine curiosity as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, you guys have been around for 5 years. Awesome. Like, what has that looked like? Like, is there anything that you're struggling with? Oh, like, maybe we can help with this, that, or the other. But I find that, you know, when you constantly go to events and you see a person the first time, second time, third time, fifth time, sixth time, now, like, you know, you go from handshakes to hugs, you know, like you're getting deeper into this relationship. You know, they might start talking about their family, you talk about yours, like you're really building you're essentially building trust is what's happening, right? So when you build that trust and then you talk about, hey, I think we could really help you with some production, and this is what I think we could do for you. There's like a total different like viewpoint from that person. It's not like, oh, this guy's gonna pitch me right now. It's like, oh, like what does Geet have to say, you know? And then so networking definitely is a long game, but I personally enjoy it. I know a lot of people that don't enjoy networking. I have a great time with it because my thinking is, I'm gonna go hang out with some friends today. You know, like I worked today. It's 4:30. There's a networking event at 5 p.m. Let me just, you know, take a shower, get dressed, and head out because I'm gonna go just hang out with my friends and chat business. Like I love that.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool too. I totally have the same kind of mentality towards it. It's like, I just genuinely like am so interested in like, how do other people spend their time?
Yeah.
Like that's why I wanted to do this, because I'm like, I just want to know what the fuck the business is about. Like what are you doing? What does it look like? How does it actually work?
Yeah.
And it's just because like I didn't really like have that many entrepreneurial people in my life at the time. Like growing up in Fergus, it was very blue collar. And then people who left, went to university, got traditional jobs, and think like doctors, lawyers, everything, right? And it's cool now to like look back and see my friends starting businesses that I went to high school with. And I'm like, man, we could have like totally like, I was like, we could totally talk now about all that stuff. Like that's sweet. Like it's just, I think a lot of people are having the realizations, maybe because of socials as well, that they can do it.
Yeah.
Like I think the pandemic definitely shook a lot of people's minds of like, oh, like if the world stops and your job stops, you stop.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't have something going where you can just run it on your terms, like that might be something for you to consider.
You know, like I feel like this whole conversation about like job security.
Yeah.
It's like total BS, right? Like you could lose your job tomorrow, right? You know,
it's true, dude. Like yeah. I'll tell you a side story after.
Yeah, it really is like, you know, I think when I started the business, there's definitely people that were like, oh, like, you know, job security, you know, if you go somewhere else, you get like a steady paycheck, you don't have to worry, you don't have to hunt for clients, stuff like that. But, you know, like I know AI is a huge conversation. Like I've heard of a team of 7 graphic designers that all got laid off because of AI. You know, it's like job security isn't really a thing, you know? And so I obviously there's pros and cons, right? I'm not going to say that running a business is like the best thing in the world. I've heard it's like swallowing glass every day, and I think that's about right. Like business is tough, man. It's really hard. And that's why I like to have a network of other entrepreneurs that I can have a casual or genuine conversation with and be like, man, like these are the things that are keeping me up at night. And it's like, oh dude, same. And it's like, all right, I'm not in this alone, right? Like somebody else has had the same problems and struggles that you're dealing with right now. And so that's why, again, community is very, very important. But it's anyways, job security, total myth. Anyways, keep going.
Completely agree, man. I completely agree. But yeah, I think like, coming back to the socials thing, like I think people see somebody online doing something similar to what they're interested in. Oh, this person kind of looks like me. They sound like me. They're similar age. They have similar education. Why the fuck shouldn't I start something as well? And I think that's like a lot of the, like there was a couple of people in my high school who started business, like in high school, and they're still doing it. They're still pushing, crushing. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You were entrepreneurial from forever. Or it's like you see all these people like popping up now, and they pop up, and like I think I've seen that a lot in our field is like people see the money on socials. People see like, oh, I'm making $100K a month in my marketing business and like all this shit. And it's just like, oh, I could do that. I have a camera. And then it's like, you see them for a year and then you never see them again. It's like, it's been soul crushing. I've seen a couple of creators that I really liked that exact thing happen. Like there was a guy that I was following out in Ottawa who I was like really stoked on. Like he was shooting amazing work, posting every day. This is what's going on. I got a new client. Like it was almost like early like YouTube camera influencer type videos. Like, but this guy was so grassroots, like literally like so early in his business. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait for this guy to like blow up. And then a year later, he's gone. He's never come back.
Like,
fuck, dude.
It's you know what, like First of all, I love it when I see people that I know starting a business.
Yeah.
It's such an awesome, like, yeah, good for you. Like I feel super happy and I feel proud. And I think there's others that almost take like this jealousy approach, which I'm like, I don't understand. But I personally always feel super, super proud of that person because I know, and I'm sure you know, how hard business is, right? So for somebody to take that stand and say, I'm going to do this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And
I think it's important. I think everybody has to try.
Yeah.
Just fucking try. Just
Absolutely.
like, don't stop trying.
Yeah, just give it a shot, right?
Yeah.
The thing about people that, you know, they let's say they burn all their fuel.
Yeah.
The thing about business is it really is it's the long game,
Yeah,
right? Like
it's the
you
longevity.
are it's not something that is going to happen overnight, right? This is something where you have to like walk on hot coal for years.
Yeah.
And it's
Like
painful, it hurts, but when it pays off, it feels amazing.
Yeah. Like Hermosi says, like, the entrepreneur that wins is the one that's willing to endure more pain.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, it's so true. It's just, it's the truth. It's consistency. It's just showing up every day. Like, yeah, like we have goals in the business, and like, I know once we hit those goals, like there's just going to be another goal. It's going to be another. And it's like, also, like I woke up this morning, I'm like, you know, like there's a lot of other things I could be doing. You know, I could be spending my time doing a lot of other things, like harder jobs, working in the oil field, whatever it looks like. And I'm like, I have to go to work today and just try my best. Just try to show up the best way I can, and like just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. And then that builds momentum and that builds confidence over the years, you know? And then like you just slowly kind of keep turning that wheel. And like people think like seeing, you know, maybe you and I, like, oh, how do they feel so so sure or so confident in their business? It's like, because you didn't see the years where we weren't.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't see the years where we're just like fucking dying. Trying to make it happen, you know?
Yeah.
So I think for anybody listening out there who maybe wants to start something or do their own thing, like start small, start on a scale that's doable to you, and build the confidence, and the confidence will come over the years that you do it, and just keep pushing away. If it's something you truly feel like you truly feel a pull to, you have to do it. 100%. If you fear it, you should do it.
100%. 100% agree, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Any final thoughts, Geet? Talk to me about what's going on. Tell me what you want. Like, how can people support you?
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Yeah. I mean, right now we're just, like I said at the start, we're planting a lot of seeds for 2026, trying to get all of our, at least get some productions lined up for next year. Because again, like I mentioned, we made this mistake last year where we didn't do that, and then this year kind of fell short because of it. So, people can find us on our socials, Geet Collective, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all those fun things. And we're going to be starting our own podcast very soon, which I will bring you on as a guest as well.
Okay, sweet. So, very awesome. Would love to.
Yeah, just follow us on socials and follow our journey. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.